So here at the beginning, so if you say, if I was invisible for a day, do you think it can happen? Can anyone be invisible? Is it possible?
No, no.
So in that case, in order to refer to the fact that it is impossible, it's better to say if I were. If I were. So if I were. And I know in some new books, the new book, they said you can say also if I was. But in general, in English, we use were with all pronouns to refer to, the fact that such thing is impossible. So if I were invisible, if I were you, if I were taller, you see the point is, so if I were, it refers to either a piece of advice. If I say if I were you, I would do and so and so, or if it refers to a hypothesis in the present, it means unreal fact or unreal present. You see, I mean, like if I were invisible, I'm not invisible, so I can say if I were invisible because it's a dream. So if I were invisible for a day, what would I do and why? Okay, so now let's start the first sentence. Like here, what's good and what's bad in the first sentence? What's good and what's bad here? Invisibility is a state of an object that cannot be seen. Why is like, if like, what do you think? Do you think it's a good topic sentence or not? What do you think here? This one, invisibility is the state of an object that cannot be seen. The problem with this topic sentence that it defines the word invisible, and the topic is not scientific. It's supposed to be like a story. It's supposed to be a little bit funny, and it is not academic. So if you say an invisibility is the state of an object that cannot be seen, this sentence like is irrelated, not related to this topic. Like the question is, if I were invisible for a day, I think everyone knows what invisible means. So in that case, invisibility is a state in which an object cannot be seen. Is not it's not a good topic sentence. Trying to be invisible for a day is impossible. Everyone knows that. Trying to be invisible for one day is impossible. Again, nothing new. It doesn't contain any mistakes concerning the structure, but I mean concerning the idea itself. It doesn't add anything new. So we know, everyone know what invisibility is, and everyone knows that, it's impossible to be invisible. So, but let's imagine this experiment. So here, you see the word experiment, like it is not a science. It's better to say experience. It's experience, the word experience here, is better than the word experiment, because experiments, like let's say that overshadows, or it gives this sense of being in a lab. Like imagine this experiment in a lab, like science experiments and so on. So let's imagine this experience. And in this sentence, it's much better to say experience rather than experiment. First, I'll see all my friends about me when I am not with them. So what do you think about this sentence? What do you think about this sentence? Just tell me your ideas, your point of view. First, I will see all my friends about me when I am not with them. So what's wrong here? First, I will see what? I'll see all my friends about me. There's something missing here, right? Right? So what should we write here? What should we say here? What do you think we should say? So I can say, first, I will see what all my friends say about me. I will see what, in order to make it correct, what all my friends say about me when I am not with them. So, okay, apparently speaking, a lot of people like have this wish. I don't know why, but most people like keep saying, like, I'd like to see what other people say behind my back. So, okay, so first I'll see what all my friends say about me when I am not with them. This will let me know if they really love me or not. Okay, and despite the fact that, this sentence is still not necessary, because like if you say it, like once you say that I'd like to hear what they say about me when I'm not with them, like, because like you would like to know if they really love, like if they really love you or not. There are some people do or tell fake things in front of you. This experiment will let me know who the true friends is and who is not. I like this sentence, it's good, but this one can say it again, this experience. It's better to say this experience will let me know who the true friends is and who is not. I like the sentence better than this one. I mean, like there are some people do or tell. Yes, there's something wrong here. What is it? There is something wrong here in this sentence. What is the mistake you think? There are some people.
Yes, I know the mistake.
Where is it?
Yes, the mistake here that he didn't put a comma before or.
A comma before what?
The word or.
Oh, no. Because like till fake things is not a complete sentence, so we don't need comma here. We only insert a comma before or if we use it in order to refer to, in order to join two complete thoughts. Or sometimes in list, but here it is not required because till fake things is not a complete sentence. We don't have a subject here. But there is a mistake here, and believe me, almost 99% of students make such mistakes. What do you think? Talking, excellent, Jenna. Talking, the verb is missing. No, there is verb. There is a verb. Like here, look here. I'd like to explain that part. I'd like to explain it here. Okay. It's one of the common mistakes. I'm going to explain it here. So look, I'd like to tell you something. In English, any sentence starting with there, or here, or nowhere, or any negative words like never or hardly, or any essential prepositional phrase, or sometimes in question, not sometimes, almost in all questions except some exception, like but for some exceptions, and even on the sentence in comparison and so on. Like, we have a specific rule. So for example, when the sentence starts with there or here, like, as an example, like the subject comes after the verb, not before the verb. So if I said there are a lot of people in my city. Yeah, in this sentence, where is the subject? There are a lot of people in my city. What is the subject here? Where is the subject in this sentence? There are a lot of people in my city. What is the subject? Is it there? Is there the subject? Yes or no? Anyone? What do you think? Where the subject is in this sentence? There are a lot of people in my city. What is the subject in this sentence? In this sentence, the subject is a lot of people. This is the subject. And what about there? There, no, it's an adverb here, so we don't need it. So I can say there is or there are. So in that case, there are a lot of people. Like in my city, we have the subject is a lot of people, and the verb is are. This is the verb. And mostly speaking, students always forget about this verb, and they keep adding another sentence. Like, for example, there are a lot of people in my city. Let's say, like going out. This sentence is a common mistake. Why? Like here we have a verb which is are, and also we have another verb which is like, and we don't have any conjunction. ما عندناش اي روابط. يبقى انا الجمله دي دايما بتيجي غلط. كل مره هنحط جمله فيها there هنبتديها بذير او بهير، نعرف ان في الغالب هيكون في غلط. ايه الغلط؟ من ضمن الاخطاء اللي بتيجي خطأين، زي يعني دايما common mistakes في الاستراكشر ده. اول حاجه ان احنا بننسى ان السبجكت بيجي بعد الفيرب. في ناس كتير جدا بيحطوا there is a lot of problems مثلا. a lot of problems. الجمله قلت لك عادي there is a lot of problems، وكتير حتى نيتيفز بيقولوها مع انها غلط اصلا. المفروض تكون there are. see ليه؟ لان السبجكت عندي هنا a lot of problems. انا ممكن اشيل a lot of اصلا، يعني ممكن there are problems. there are some problems with مثلا some problems with such a process. يبقى عندنا there are some problems. عندي subject الفيرب هنا عندي are والسبجكت problems. المشكله ان كتير بيحطوها is. ده دايما بشوفها كتير في الاخطاء، بس بشوفها يعني ده من الاخطاء الشائعه. يعني ناس كتير بيقولوها في السبيكينج writing. يبقى اول كل مره استخدم there is و there are اعرف هل انا او there was او there were او there has been او there have been. يبقى دايما السبجكت بيجي بعد الفيرب مش قبل الفيرب. ده الغلط دايما الاول اللي بيجي. الغلط الثاني ان دايما لما بنحط there are بننسى ان اصلا are الفيرب عندي. are هنا فعل اساسي، فببدا جمله جديده واحط فعل ثاني. طب انا عندي كده are و like فعلين مع بعض في نفس الجمله ومفيش اي رابط. يعني ممكن اقول there are a lot of people in my city who like يعني a lot of people ممكن اشيلها in my city عشان ما تلخبطوش. ممكن احط اقولها who، هكونها دي تبقى صح. there are a lot of people who like going out. مفيش مشكله صح، لان عندي رابط who دلوقتي، حطيت رابط اللي هو وعندي فعلين، فعل قبله وفعل بعده، مفيش مشكله. لكن في كتير بقى بنعمل ازاي؟ كتير هنا بنعمل ازاي؟ this one like here if I said for example, can you see my screen right?
Yeah.
Okay, just now or from the very beginning?
From the beginning, you see.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, it's good. So here, what is the mistake here? There are, listen, there are some people, okay, are correct. There are some people do or tell. So here, what do we have here? We have the verb do or tell, okay, and also we have the verb are in one sentence. Is it correct or incorrect? It's incorrect. What should we do? I can say there are some people doing or telling. If I say doing or telling, it is not a verb anymore. So I'd like you to put in your mind every time you add ing to your verb, it is not a verb anymore except if it's followed by, it's preceded by verb to be. بمعنى أي فعل في اللغة الإنجليزية هنحط له ing في المعنى المجمل بتاعه كده خلاص ما بقاش فعل. يعني مثلا لو قلت speaking، هل speaking معناها تحدث ولا معناها يتحدث؟ تحدث. لو قلت swimming ترجمها سباحة. لو قلت reading قراءة. listening استماع. خلاص ما بقتش verb. عشان تكون verb لازم احط قبلها verb to be. فالجملة دي لو انا جيت عايزة اقول جملة زي كده اصلحها ازاي؟ يبقى بمنتهى البساطة جدا هقوم قايلة حتى بس some people doing or telling telling doing or telling fake things in front of you. وبعدين هنا لازم اقولها يعني ده الجمله دي بتشرح يعني جمله عامه شويه وهتحط في النص ما بين تجربه شخصيه. يعني انا بقول اولا انا عايزه اشوف اصحابي هيقولوا ايه عليا عشان اعرف بالظبط هل هم بيحبوني ولا لا. وبعدين في ناس بتقول او تعمل حاجات عنك. طب انا بتكلم عن نفسي انا، يعني I وعندي هنا كمان I ده first person ومي first person. تمام. وبعدين فجأة أعمل شيفت pronoun shift من الفيرست بيرسون للسكند بيرسون. ده مش مسموح في اللغة الإنجليزية، يعني مش مرحب قوي أو مش recommended قوي إن أنا أغير الشيفت، يعني أغير البروناون بتاعي من الفيرست بيرسون. يعني إيه فيرست بيرسون؟ يعني شخص متكلم، يعني I أو we بنسميها فيرست بيرسون. سكند بيرسون you المخاطب. ثيرد بيرسون اللي هي he وشي وذي دول بنسميهم ثيرد بيرسون. ففي اللغة الإنجليزية ما ينفعش أعمل بروناون شيفت. أنا بتكلم دلوقتي عن نفسي، ما ينفعش أحط في النص من الفيرست بيرسون أدخل مباشرة على السكند بيرسون وبعدين ادخل تاني على الفيرست بيرسون. فالجمله دي كده نحس ان هي شويه دخيله في نص الموضوع. انا ممكن احطها بس مش في النص، ممكن احطها في الاول يعني قبل فيرست. ممكن اقولها some people بدل ما الجمله الثانيه برضه عشان اصلحها. انا ممكن اشيل زر ار خالص. انا ممكن اقولها some people do or tell things like fake things in front of you. لو انا اقصد بشكل عام لو انا عايزه اصلح جمله زر ار انا ممكن اشيل خالص زر ار واخلي الجمله بتاعتي عادي some people do or tell fake things in front of you yet they are not honest or they are dishonest أو they're dishonest. تمام. فالجملة دي موضوعها هنا مش حلو، يعني irrelevant، يعني لأن أنا بتكلم عن personal experience فحطها يا إما قبل first، يعني أقول والله في ناس كدابين فعلشان كده so I'd like to see if all my friends like are honest or not. This experience will let me know who the true friend. أنا حابة دي جدا إنها صح، يعني structure إنها صح and who is not. Second I will help need وهنا في مشكلة كمان مع أنا، يعني المشكلة هنا عندي في will، عندي هنا في will غلط، المفروض تكون would. ليه؟ إيه الفرق ما بين will و would؟ احطها لكم بطريقه ثانيه، هقولها لكم بطريقه ثانيه. ايه الفرق ما بين جمله زي كده مثلا؟ ايه الفرق ما بين if he comes we will go out و if he came we would go out. What's the difference? If he comes
Can I say?
Yeah, sure.
This is present and this is past.
No honey, no, sorry for that, but no. Anyone else? Just try, even if it's wrong, no problem. Just try. What is the mistake here? Jana, a lot of people. Yes. So Jana or anyone retail. So here we have Ammar, Adam, Amr, Muhammad, Jana, retail. In all of you, what's the difference between if he comes, we will go out, and if he came, we will go out? What's the difference here? Anyone knows? So listen. Both of them, according to some books, both of them refer to the future. According to other books, this one refers to the future and this one refers to the present. واحدة واحدة كده. الجملة الأولى بتشير للمستقبل، ما بتشيرش خالص للحاضر. أنا بقول if he comes، لو جه. أنا لسه بتكلم عن future، ما بتكلمش عن الباست، ما بتكلمش عن البريزنت. بقول لو أتى، لما يجي if he comes، لو أتى we will go out. فده أول حاجة بيشير للفيوتشر، وحاجة كمان future، وحاجة كمان possible to happen، يعني highly possible، يعني احتمال كبير يحصل. يعني كده optimistic، يعني كده هنا في الحالة دي أنا optimistic يعني إيه optimistic؟ يعني متفائل. optimistic معناها متفائل. أنا بقول والله لما يجي هنخرج. if he comes، إذا جه هنخرج. فأنا هنا في الجملة دي معناها إن أنا شايفة إن الحاجة دي احتمال كبير جدا تحصل. You know, if he comes, we will go out. If you clean your room, I'll let you go out. If you clean your room, I'll give you a present. You see, if you do your homework, you will be the superstar. يبقى أنا كده شايفة إن الحاجة دي أول حاجة it refers to the future، بتشير للفيوتشر للمستقبل، and it doesn't refer to the present، ما بتشيرش للحاضر. You know, if I said if you clean your room معناها إذا نظفت غرفتك أنت لسه ما نظفتهاش، لسه هتنظفها في الفيوتشر. You know, I will let you go out هخليك تخرج. ففي الحالتين في المستقبل. What about this sentence? According to some books طبقا لبعض الكتب دي كمان بتشير للمستقبل. طب إيه الفرق؟ بس according to other books it refers to the present. بس إيه الفرق ما منها؟ لو قلت if he came دي ما بتعبرش عن الماضي إطلاقا. أمال دي بتعبر إيه؟ بتعبر عن a hypothetical condition in the present، يعني حالة افتراضية في الحاضر. بالظبط زي ما اقول لك ايه، زي ما اقول يعني لما اقول مثلا if I were a queen، لو انا كنت ملكة، ده it doesn't refer to the past, it refers to unreal condition in the present. بتشير انا مش ملكة، في الحقيقة انا مش ملكة، يبقى ده unreal condition in the present. يبقى if he came it refers to the present or the future but it does not refer to the past. ما بتشيرش للماضي، بتشير للحاضر او للمستقبل. النقطة الأولى. النقطة الثانية ممكن احط لك انا present، ده الاختلاف الاول. الاختلاف الثاني ده مستحيل يحصل. يعني ايه مستحيل يحصل؟ انا اصلا مش موجود. يعني if he came لو قلت اذا اتى فانا بدي انطباع ان هو مش هيجي اصلا، وان احتمال كبير، احتمال بسيط جدا انه يجي. if he came معناه هو اصلا ما جاش، يعني هو اصلا مش هيجي. you see. لما هنا if he came we would go out معناها كنا هنخرج، يعني احتمال نخرج. فدي في الحاله دي بنسميها انه اللي بيقول الجمله دي معناها انه عنده احتمال قوي ان الشخص ده مش هيجي اصلا if he came. يبقى هنا ده معناها زي ما اتفقنا it could refer to the present, it could refer to the future, and if it refers to the future it refers to like almost impossibility to happen, something almost impossible to happen، شيء شبه مستحيل انه يحصل. فعشان كده if he came. علشان كده حته الانفيزيبيليتي ديت مش حاجه محتمله. فالافضل ما اقولش هنا I will المفروض اقولها I would. وهنا كمان ما اقولش second I will help people لانه اصلا ده مش احتمال كبير يحصل. يعني being invisible ده مش احتمال يحصل، هيحصل امتى؟ يعني بيحصل في الساينس فيكشن ماشي، في الخيال العلمي اوكي، لكن في الحقيقه الواقع ما حدش يقدر يتحول انفيزبل. يعني اتس جوست، يعني ما حدش بيتحول لجوست او شبح كده مش بيظهر، ده مش موجود. يبقى في الحاله دي بحطش ويل، لان ويل بتشير ان الشيء ده احتمال كبير قوي يحصل. لما اقول لحد I'll come tomorrow معناها احتمال كبير اجي بكره، احتمال نسبه 90% مش 100% because not a fact because nobody knows what the future holds. Okay, but still there is a high possibility that I will come tomorrow. You know that I'm coming tomorrow. لكن لما أقول I would come احتمال أقل بكتير. يبقى هنا second I would help needy people without making them feel that someone is helping them. حلو، عجباني الجملة دي. I would help needy people without making them feel that without embarrassing them. خلاص يعني ممكن أقولها كده without being embarrassed. You know, I would help needy people without embarrassing them or humiliating them. You see, as not to make them feel embarrassed. كل ده ملوش لازمة. أنا ممكن كده أشيل كل ده، شيل كل ده، نشيل كل دوت، شيله ملوش لازمه. لو انا شلت كل ده I would help needy people without making them feel embarrassed. هل المعنى اتغير؟ هل المعنى اتغير هنا؟ يعني لو انا شلت السطر ده كله هل المعنى اتغير فيه حاجه او نقص منه حاجه؟ لا، هو نفس المعنى. I would help needy people without making them feel embarrassed. Some people need help but they do not request help from anyone. Okay, so by obeying, by being invisible, I could help them easily. تمام، حلو. Some people، بس فكرة people كتير ممكن أنا some وخلاص، ممكن أنا كده some، ممكن أنا كده some، وبرضه عندي هنا needy و need. فأنا ممكن لو أنا عايزة أشيل need أحط بدلها كلمة إيه؟ If I'd like to replace the word need, what should I add instead of it? But in the first one, the action is still in the present. No, honey. Yes, want. Very good. Some people want help or are like, you know, they really deserve help. ممكن أقولها some people want. Okay, ممكن أقولها want. Some people want some help, but they don't. But like here we have a problem. Again, remember 10 boys. We took it last time. If you're going to join two complete sentences using and or nor but yet and so, in that case you have insert a comma. You have to insert a comma before them. يبقى some want help, like some people for sure, like, you know, but they do not request help from anyone. By don't ask anyone. You can say by do not request help from anyone, or they do not ask anyone, but they feel they are too shy to ask anyone. They're too shy to ask anyone. هي بس هنا المشكلة إن عندي help وhelp ونيد وpeople وpeople، فالرينج في الفوكابولري هنا مش بيكون عالي شوية، فالدرجات بتنزل علشان الريبيتيتيف words. نكمل هنا. So by being invisible I could help them easily. This will make them happy. برضو هنا this will make them happy. برضو ده taken for granted. ما أكيد أنا ساعدهم كده يكونوا ساعد، يعني أنا أخليهم ممكن كده without اوكي هنخليها this will make them happy. هي مش غلط بس انا قصدي concluding sentence مش جمله قويه، لان جمله الخاتمه زي جمله التوبيك sentence المفروض تكون general. يعني ايه general؟ مغطيه الموضوع كله. فمثلا ممكن اغطيها يعني اقفل الموضوع والله so these are the dreams I'd like to come true in case I were invisible. يعني ممكن اخلي اللي عندي ال concluding sentence it should be the same as the topic sentence in that both of them cover the main or contain the main point of the whole paragraph. So what's we can just do concerning this paragraph. Number one, I like the organization, despite the fact that I didn't like this one. It is not good. I mean that you can just remove it. You can say trying to be invisible for a day is impossible. Yet, let's imagine this experience. As a topic sentence, this one would be better. Would be much by far better. Why? Because like it will be more interesting. It will be like, you know, more catchy. If I say that, oh yeah, you know, trying to be invisible for a day is impossible. But let's imagine this experience. In case I became, you know, invisible, I would see what all my friends say behind my back. حتى ممكن أقولها كده. Say about me when I am not with them. أنا ممكن أشيل كل ده. You know, say behind my back. بس ممكن أحط كده. Behind my back. Yes. This will let me to know. وحتى دي كمان ممكن أشيلها خالص. أقوم قايلة كده. To know على طول. To know if they really love me or not. بس. The point is stop writing for the sake of writing. When you write English, remember that you don't have to write more unnecessary words. You should not write any unnecessary words. والدليل لو حذفت كل ده المعنى مش هيتغير، هو نفس المعنى. But first I'd see what all my friends say behind my back to know if they really love me or not. And there are some people doing or telling fake things in front of you. الجملة دي قلنا هنا it's irrelevant. أول حاجة بسبب الجرامر إن هي أنا بتكلم عن I وده first person، وكملت هنا وبتكلم برضو عن me ورجعت قلت I يعني بس دي كلها الباراجراف كله first person. فلما أعمل pronoun shift من first person second person في مكان مش صح فده بينزل لي درجة. النقطة الأولى. النقطة الثانية نفتكر دايما جملة there are. جملة there are كل ما نكتبها نتأكد من subject verb agreement ونتأكد having an unnecessary verb or more you know two verbs in one sentence without having a conjunction. غير كده تمام حلو، يعني غير كده معقول. الجزء الثاني كان ضعيف ليه؟ ضعيف بس هو حلو، الموضوع كله جميل ومنظم وفي أفكار كويسة جدا ورياليستيك ويعني عجبني، بس الفكرة إنه في حاجات ممكن نعملها فيه كنت تكون أحسن. النقطة الثانية هنا إنه repetitive words يعني people متعادة، need متعادة، imperse كانت متعادة، كتير كلمات متعادة this will make me فدي برضو المفروض في الإنجليش بالذات ناخد بالنا not to repeat ourselves more than you know necessary. concluding sentences will make them happy يستحسن لما يكون عندي فقرة طويلة شوية يبقى concluding the same as the topic sentence. Both of them should have the main idea. Both of them should be general about the same topic. All in all it's really good. Now let's continue. Yeah, and remember the tense. ما ينفعش احط will لو بتكلم عن حاجه احتمال كبير ما تحصلش. ما ينفعش اقول لحد I will see you وانا عارف ان احتمال كبير مش هروح. اقول له I may see you, I might see you, maybe I would see you. بس will لا، لان will بتشير ان احتمال كبير يعني somehow possibility to something like possible to happen. Now let's continue this one. Yes. So again, from the very beginning, I'd like you to tell me if you like it. Yeah, what's good and what's bad. Let's start. There are a lot of people. Would like me to make it bigger? I'd like to make it bigger for you. Okay. So now let's start. There are a lot of famous people. This sentence. There are a lot of famous people. Is it correct or incorrect? What do you think? You can unmute yourself just or use the chat, whatever you like. Your number is not booked today. Your number is not big today, so you can just speak. There are a lot of famous people. Is it right or wrong? What do you think? Yeah, there are a lot of famous people. It's right. It's right, but it is too general, but it's okay. And I admire some of them, like Abu Falah. What is this name? Fulla? Is it Fulla? Or Falah? Falah?
أبو الفلة
Abu Falah? Who's Abu Falah, honey? Who is he? Who's he? Just tell me about him. Just unmute yourself and just tell me about him. Personally speaking, I don't know him. As long as you wrote about him and you admired him, just tell me why you admire him. Just to speak. So concerning this one, if you don't like to speak, I will tell you. So there are a lot of famous people and I admire some of them. It is not wrong but still it is not strong. You can say there are two famous people of whom, like, you know, and one of whom I admire, or like one of whom, you know, I admire is ابو الفله, or just, you know, and اللي مش عاجبني هنا بس حاجتين. الجمله حلوه وما فيهاش مشاكل، بس عندي famous تكون صغيره شويه الاف بتاعتها، واند يستحسن زي ما اتفقنا المره اللي فاتت ما نربطش جمله باند. مش غلط بس weak structure. زي ما اتفقنا عندي and ممكن احط بدلها moreover in addition further furthermore besides، اي حاجه تعبر عن اضافه وبلاش and. لو استخدم and ممكن احط بعديها قبلها كما واخليها small. and I admire some of them like ابو الفله. so like برضو مش غلط، بس الاحسن في الاكاديميك رايتنج ان اشيل like واحط such as. You know, and I like some of them like or such as ابو الفله. in the beginning او at the beginning يعني كده in the beginning. هنا beginning عندي spelling mistake. beginning beginning يعني الدبل letter double ده هنا ال n مش ال g. يبقى at the beginning او in the beginning المفروض احط هنا بعديها كوما، والكوما هنا optional to tell you the truth. you will ask why I admire him. في هنا نقطة. where is the mistake here? Where are the mistakes here? all of you just try. yes. very good. yes, very good Jenna, very good Retail. yes, Jenna and Retail mashallah are active today. so now where are the mistakes here? in the beginning, yeah, away from the GG and away from the comma. what else? What else should we use in order to make this sentence correct? What do you think?
I didn't hear you. Can you please repeat again?
Yeah, my question is, what are the mistakes? You know, where are the mistakes in this sentence? This one. In the beginning, you will ask why I admire him. Where are the mistakes?
Teacher,
Yes.
Beginning.
I think this is not a question, right?
Right, very good. This is the first point. It is not a question, honey. So why did you add a question mark? It is not a question. You are not asking why do I admire him. You are not asking. So it is not a question. Very good. What else?
Beginning.
Yes, I know. Very good, honey. Beginning is also Mrs. Build. Like, should write it BEGINNING and should insert come here. At the beginning, you will ask why I admire him. You can say, you may ask why. You don't have to say why I admire him, because here we have admire and then here we have admire. So it is like too repetitive. So you can say, you may ask why. We don't have to say that in the beginning, you will ask why I admire him. You can say, you may ask why. Like, you know, I admire Abu Falla and you may ask why. When any YouTuber has an additional 1 million subscribers, he celebrates. هو اليوتيوبر ده لازم يكون just one male ولا female? just male ولا could be male or female? YouTubers. هما all YouTubers are males or females? or could be both? both. So لو أنا قلت هنا he when any YouTuber has an additional. ليه حاطين هنا an additional million subscribers؟ عشان كلمة بس million استخدمت كصفة، ومليون هنا spelling mistake، فمش محتاجة أقولها an، ومش محتاجة أصلا أقول additional. يعني ممكن أقول any YouTuber has على طول 1 million subscribers، أحط هنا كوما لأن أنا عندي هنا جملة incomplete. when any YouTuber has an additional دي نشيلها ملهاش لازمة. يعني more than ممكن كده more than 1 million subscribers he or she. You can say he or she. American English said like you shouldn't say he. Why? Because, for example, if I said if any student gets like that mark, if you say he, it means that you refer only to boys, or to like boys only, not girls. And student refers to both boys and girls, right? So YouTuber also refers to both. So you can say when any YouTuber has more than 1 million subscribers, remove an additional. It is not like, you know, it is not needed. He or she celebrates. You know.
He celebrate.
Yeah, no, celebrates is okay, honey. Celebrates is okay. In English, I don't know how to make it for you, but just, you know, I'm going to I will try this one. You see, in English, I'd like you to remember this fact and never forget it at all. Remember that fact. The fact that I'm going to write now, but I'd like to use it here. You read this one? You see this one? Like here. You see, it's hard. Okay, so now I'm just like to draw it a little bit. So here in English, remember this one. In English, in order to avoid this, what is doing? Like, I'd like to draw here. Let's go down. So in English, remember, I don't know how to go. Just, you know, like this one. This is hard. Like here, write down S Okay, and remember, who loves is he. I don't know if you see he and she and it, and any singular third person.
They.
No,
I said
no,
they.
no, honey, no. No, in English, if you add it to the verb, you see this one, right? In English, remember, he and she and it love is. He and she and it love is. In what way? I'm going to explain it now. Like, let me draw, like, clean it all. I'm really bad
Miss,
at
can you hear me, please?
I hear you very well, honey. I hear you very well. So remember,
Okay.
yeah, remember, he, what I'm doing, he, she, and it, these pronouns always love is. والدليل على كده، الدليل على كده مين اللي بياخد do؟ هما بياخدوا is am او is او are. بياخدوا ايه؟ am او is او are. he is or he am is. And is ends on what? It ends with is. Like they also take what? They also take has. Has ends in what? Is. And they also take does. Does ends in what?
And have.
No, it is not. No, honey, yes, has. And also they take was. Was ends in what? In s. And they also take the verb plus s. The verb plus s. So put that in your mind. He and she and it, they always love s. They always add s to their verbs, always. Like, you know, in English, like she is and is ends in s. They, he has ends in s. Like, you know, she does ends in s. You know, it was ends in s. And also the verb plus s. So remember that in English, he, she, and it, they always love s. You have to add s to their verbs in English. So he celebrates is okay. He celebrates, not he celebrates. What's the problem? The problem is he. YouTuber could be a male or female. You can see here you have to add comma after subscriber.
They.
Yeah. So not they. YouTuber singular. So you can just correct it in two different ways. You can say, for example, when YouTubers have more than 1 million subscribers, comma, they celebrate. You can make it all plural. When YouTubers have more than 1 million subscribers, they celebrate. Or you can say when any YouTuber has more than 1 million subscribers, comma, he or she celebrates. It will be correct. He, again, he can make giveaways. You can just, you know, he can donate. Instead of saying he can make giveaways or place on PlayStation like that, but Abu Falla gives giveaways on cars and make charity project. Apparently you love the word make. You adore it seriously. Like make here, and make here. Like, you know, like a lot of makes and just, you know, like too many makes. So it's better to can say it can donate. They can donate, or they can just, you know, donate certain things on PlayStation like that. You shouldn't say like that. Like that is not academic style in English. It's not like a very good academic style in English. But Abu Falla gives giveaways on cars and make charity projects. You can say like Abu Falla, you can say he is a philanthropist or humanitarian. He donates, he loved a lot of people, and he made charity project. You can say he is charitable. And instead of writing this one, because like even in English not, you can never say make a charity project. It is not wrong, but also it doesn't sound correct. You see, I mean, like, yeah, according to some website, you can say make a project, but according to others, you can say do a project. And according to a third website, you can say carry on some projects or work on some projects or undertake some projects or complete some projects and so on. So it's better to say that, you know, but Abu Fahma is just a really humanitarian humanitarian, and he loved donation, and he had a lot of charities. He builds mosque. You can say he builds one mosque, just one mosque. So in that case, you have to say he builds a mosque. You have to add a here, mosque. Why? Because the word mosque is uncountable noun. It is an countable noun, not an account. Sorry, not an accountable noun. I mean mosque. We can say one mosque or more than two, more than one. You can say a mosque or mosques. So in that case, he builds a mosque, and just builds here is not right, honey, because it refers to a fact, and the fact means that he keeps building mosques. So in that case, he built a mosque, or he has built a mosque if it's not finished yet. So you can say he built a mosque and another charity. Remember, another and project. Does it work? Another, put in your mind, the word another is always followed by singular. Like another man, another woman, another mosque, another project, another student, another class, another school. But you can never say another schools, another women, another students, another men. It doesn't work. So here, another must be followed by a singular noun. So you can say another charity project. So remove this S and also this one. So all these sentences, like, you know, you can just delete all of that. You can say he had a lot of,